Okay, this is example 2. It says solve 7a plus 5 is equal to 40. 7a, I think it's high time I change this ink. 7a plus 5 is equal to 40. How do I solve this question? Okay, like I told you before, first of all, I'll start removing those strangers. A is what I'm asked to find. I told you if they say solve this, you are looking for the unknown, and the unknown here is A. That's the letter. So first of all, I need to take away this plus 5 from here. What do? I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. Do you know why? Because 5 minus 5 is equal to what? 0. So because this is plus 5, you will subtract 5 from both sides. I'll say subtract 5 from both sides. So that will be 7a plus 5. Now I am subtracting 5 from both sides. So I have 40 minus 5 also. Now, what's plus 5 minus 5? That's 0. So I can just write 7a alone. 5 minus 5 is gone, dead and buried. All right. So what's 40 minus 5? That's 35. Okay. Please, I am not going to be doing multiplicative inverse because I already established that for you. But in your mind, if I ask you what is the multiplicative inverse of 7, you will tell me it's 1 over 7. Now, do you know what I would do here? Can you tell me what's the coefficient of A here, which is the unknown? What's the coefficient of A? Is it not 7? So because 7 is the coefficient of A, I am going to divide both sides by 7 with the sole purpose of eliminating 7. Now you will see how that will take place. I will say divide both sides. Divide both sides by what? By 7. So see what I'm going to have. I'm going to have this. Remember, I'm dividing both sides by 7. So here over 7, here over 7 as well. You see what I just did now? So watch this now. This 7 will cancel this 7. You see 7 is gone. And then 7 here, 1. What's 7 into 35? That's 5. A is equal to 5. I can say, therefore, my A is equal to what? 5. You can also test that here. 7, you know 7A means 7 times A. 10 plus 5. My A is what? 5. So 7 times 5. What's 7 times 5? That's 35. And 35 plus 5 is what? 40. So you see, it's the same thing as what I have here. This is how to test if what you did is correct or wrong. Is that okay? Now, I am going to be using this balance method almost for every question. But do you know that there's an easier way of doing this without doing all of these things? Let me just show you now so that you can even use this method. See, you don't have to say subtract 5 from both sides. You know what you do? I can just remove this 5 to this side. Although it's the same concept, but it's just a shorter way of doing these things. So anytime you move a term from one side to another side, you must change the sign. You must change the sign. So if plus 5 comes to the or goes to the right hand side, it must change from plus 5 to what? Minus 5. Now watch the transformation. Are you ready? So I will have 7a is equal to 40. Now because I'm moving plus 5 to the right hand side, it becomes what? Minus 5. Did you see that? Did you see the transformation now? From plus 5 to what? Minus 5. So anytime you are moving a term from one side, whether from left hand side to the right hand side or right hand side to the left hand side, you must change the sign. Always be conscious of that. So what's 40 minus 5? That's 35. And then I'll say divide both sides by what? By 7. So you see this is actually easier and faster. So we have A is equal to what? 5. Now compare the two, which is easier. I think this one is easier. Ordinarily, I would do this. I won't start saying subtract 5 from both sides. But anyone, I just needed to show you why some of these things are what they have become now. Is that okay? So let's look at another example before we end this video. Example 3 says minus 3x plus 10 is equal to minus 8. So how do we solve this question? Now I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides so as to remove plus 10 from here. I hope you get the idea. Okay, so subtract 10 from both sides because of plus 10. If you have minus 10, you add 10 to it. So this will give me minus 10 and then minus 8 minus 10. I just succeeded in subtracting 10 from both sides. Now, Plus 10 minus 10 is what? 0. So I have just minus 3x standing alone. What's minus 8 minus 10? Minus 8 minus 10 is minus 18. Now, what would be the next thing? The next thing is to divide both sides by the coefficient of x. Now, let me ask you, what is the coefficient of x here? I'm waiting. It is not 3, it is minus 3. Many times, many students make this mistake. They will say divide both sides by 3, but what about the minus that is there? So I'm going to say divide both sides by, please don't say 3, say minus 3, because I want to eliminate even the minus. So watch this now. This is what I'm going to have. All right, you see? Now the minus will cancel the minus, 3 will cancel 3. Now here again, minus will cancel minus. 3 into 18 is what? 6. So the value of x is equal to what? 6. I'll say therefore x is equal to what? 6. And that's the answer. But I want to show you another way of solving this question, because actually I can eliminate the unknown here. Let me show you. So the question again is what? Minus 3x plus 10. Minus 3x plus 10 is equal to minus 8. So minus 3x plus 10 is equal to minus 8. Another way of solving this. Are you ready? So let's go now. I am not going to subtract 10 from both sides. I'm going to add 3x to both sides. Watch this. Do you know why I'm adding 3x to both sides? Because this is minus 3x. So I want to remove this minus 3x from here. So I'm going to add 3x to both sides. So that will be minus 3x plus 10 plus 3x. This is what I'm adding. Now take note. I'm adding 3x to both sides. So that will also happen here as well. Hope you get that. Now, let me just rearrange this. This is also 3x minus 3x plus 10. Please, I am rearranging it. This 3x is what I have here now, right? Then this minus 3x is this one here. Then plus 10. So let me ask you, what is 3s minus 3s? Is it not just is 0, right? So I have 10 left. Leaving out this as well. So let me ask you again, how do I take away minus 8 from here, from this right hand side? Remember, x must stand alone, whether on the left hand side or on the right hand side. So what do you think I should do? I'm going to add 8 to both sides, because this is minus 8, so you add 8. So this will be 10 plus 8, and then you write 8. This is what I'm adding now, 8 minus 8 plus 3x. I just added this 8 here now. So 10 plus 8 is 18, and 8 minus 8 is gone, that's 0, so I have 3x. Now let me ask you again, what's the next thing? You divide both sides by what? By 3, because that's the coefficient of x. So you have 18 over 3 is equal to 3x over 3. 3 cancels 3. 3 into 18 is what? 6. So you can say, therefore, x is equal to what? 6. Can you see how you can do it? So any of the methods, if you want to move your unknown, by unknown I mean the letter now, to the left hand side or right hand side, but just make sure you apply the same rule. You will always get the same answer. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.